Hello everyone, my name is Anya and today I would like to show you how to make this origami flower decoration. The pattern is basically 5 squares which are joined together to create this flower effect. I used 2 different colors of yarn and you can either decorate this flower or leave it as it is. The trick with this pattern is to use stitch markers to join the squares, and for each separate square I use different color stitch markers. So for example, for one I used red, for another one I used green, and this is going to make it easier for you to join those squares and create your flower. I hope you will enjoy this tutorial and thank you for watching. I will show you now how to make your squares. Those are first 3 rounds of the square, and we will need together have 5 squares, just first 3 rounds. The 4th round we are going to use a new color yarn, and we will be joining using this new color yarn. So if you make 5 squares, it will be then easier to join while you are working on your last round. And as you can see, I marked 4 stitches in each square. I do not need 4 stitches, but it's just easier because I can pick up the square and I know where my single crochets are, as I am going to join using single crochets of the previous square. So having those stitch markers, I use different color stitch marker for each square, but you don't have to do it, will help you basically to join those squares together. We will start by working the slip knot. So twist your yarn and pull one end through. Insert your hook into the slip knot and tighten it. We will work chain 4, yarn over, pull through, chain 1, yarn over, pull through, chain 2, 3 and 4. We'll now slip stitch into first chain to create a ring. So insert your hook into this chain, yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. We will work chain 4. First chain I always make with 2 strands of yarn just to secure my yarn. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And this chain 4 will count as first double crochet plus chain 1. Into the ring we will work 11 double crochet divided by chain 1 spaces. Yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. First double crochet made, chain 1, yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Chain 1, yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Chain 1. Counting this first chain 3 as double crochet and then chain 1 as chain 1, we have 4 double crochet divided by chain 1 spaces. So altogether I will need 12. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, chain 1 after each double crochet, 8, chain 1, 9, chain 1, 10, chain 1, 11, chain 1, and 12, chain 1. We will now slip stitch into third chain of the starting chain 4. So insert your hook into this chain, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your hook, and your first round is finished. We'll start the second round by slip stitching into chain 1 space. So insert your hook into this chain 1 space, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your hook. We'll make a cluster of 3 double crochet. We'll start by working chain 2, which will work as our first cluster, yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the same chain space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the same chain space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and you will have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all the loops on your hook. Work chain 2, and into the next chain 1 space we'll work another cluster. Yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the same chain space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, insert the hook into this chain space, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You will have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 3 loops on your hook. You will have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops on your hook. We will now work chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We will skip next chain space, and we will be working into the second chain space from the hook, and we will work cluster. Yarn over the hook, so insert your hook into this designated chain space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the same space, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the same chain space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops on your hook. You have 4 loops, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, 2 loops left, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Work chain 2, and we will work another cluster into the next chain space. So 3 unfinished double crochet, and then work together to create a cluster. Chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will skip next chain 1 space, and into the second chain 1 space from the hook we will make a cluster. 2, and last one. After the cluster, chain 2, and cluster in the next chain space. So cluster into the next chain space. Chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will skip next chain space, and into the second one from the hook we will work a cluster. So after 2 clusters we will work chain 7, and then every time we will skip 1 chain space. And after this cluster, chain 2 and cluster into the next chain space, and it is our last cluster. And chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now we will slip stitch into this first cluster. So we will slip stitch into this space here. I will show you properly. Yarn over, pull through. So it is where I slip stitch and pull through the loop on my hook. And this is your second round finished. We'll start by working a slip stitch into chain 2 space, and we will work chain 1. This chain 1 will not count as a stitch. Into this chain 2 space we will work single crochet. So insert your hook into this space, yarn over, pull through. You will have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops on your hook. And I will mark this single crochet as every other single crochet of this round. We will have altogether 4 of them. We will now work into this chain 7, and into this chain 7 we will work 12 double crochet altogether. And this pattern will be a repeat of single crochet, 1 single crochet into each chain 2 space, and 12 double crochet into chain 7. Right? So I have now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And we will work single crochet into the next chain 2 space, and I will show you the single crochet. Insert your hook into chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through. You will have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Mark this single crochet, and again we will start working into chain 7 space, working double crochet, and carry on working double crochet. Then into the next chain 2 space work single crochet, mark this single crochet, 12 double crochet into the next chain 7 space, and single crochet again, mark this single crochet into chain 2 space, 12 double crochet into chain 7 space, and we will need to connect to this first single crochet, and we will fasten off, because for the next round we will use new color yarn, and we will be joining using this last color, and last round we will be joining all the squares together. To start joining our squares, we will need to have our first square completely finished with the border, and we will start joining from the second square. So I will show you now how to do the border, and the same rules will apply to every other square. It just, in the meantime, we will be joining both sides. So we will be moving one side like this and joining here. So I will show you now how to do the border. We will start by working single crochet into any single crochet, so into any of those marked stitches. We will make a slip knot, so twist your yarn and pull one end through. Insert your hook into the slip knot and tighten it. We will insert the hook into any of those single crochets, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops on your hook. It will be quite important to keep your stitch markers behind your work all the time, as it is going to be easier if those stitch markers are behind the work to find the required stitch for joining. Into each of the next 5 double crochet we will work 1 double crochet into each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Into each of the next 2 double crochet, 2 single crochet into each stitch. 1, 2 and 1, 2. And into each of the next 5 double crochet, 1 single crochet into each stitch. 4 and 5. We now have again single crochet with a stitch marker, so we will work single crochet, keeping this stitch marker behind our work. Into each of the next 5 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and into each of the next 2 double crochet, 2 single crochet into each stitch. 1 and the second one, 2 single crochet. Into each of the next 5 double crochet, 1 single crochet into each stitch. 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now we are again at our marked stitch where we work single crochet, and we keep this stitch marker behind our work. And again, single crochet into each of the next 5 double crochet. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then 2 single crochet into each of the next 2 double crochet, and you have single crochet into each of the next 5 double crochet. Then you will have single crochet into single crochet, and again 5 single crochet, 1 into each of the next 5 double crochet into the next 2 double crochet, 2 single crochet into each stitch, and you will have 5 double crochet left, 1 single crochet into each stitch. And it is a very good idea to finish this round with invisible join, and I will show you how to do it. When you finish going round with your single crochet and you have your last single crochet into this last double crochet before single crochet, we'll need to cut our yarn and pull it through, and we will be working not into this first single crochet but into the second single crochet, and from the back of our work we will insert the hook through both loops. So let me just insert the hook from the back of my work to the top through both loops. And now we will pull through the cut yarn, and this is half of our V shape. From the back of our work into this last single crochet through this last loop we have made only through the back loop from the bottom to the top. We will insert our hook and we will pull through this cut yarn, and we have our V shape on top. We now need to tighten it so it looks just like the others, so the length is just like the others, and we need to weave in this end, and it is going to give us this nice finish. To join two squares together, we will start working a border on just one side or corner of the second square. So we will start by making a single crochet into single crochet, as we would normally just finishing our squares. So we will work single crochet into this marked single crochet, and then into each of the next 5 double crochet we will work single crochet. Just don't forget about this first double crochet, because sometimes it might be easy just to forget about it. It's just there's a double crochet just after your single crochet. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 2 single crochet into each of the next 2 double crochet. So 2 single crochet into each stitch, and then 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 double crochet. 3, 4 and 5. And now we can start joining 2 squares together, and we will be joining using those single crochet from the 3rd round. So we will insert our hook into this single crochet, and now we will prepare our finished square, and we will be joining into single crochet of the 3rd round, so corresponding single crochet. And this is the reason why it is so important to have your stitch markers in those single crochet, because you do not have to look for those single crochet, and having them at the back, you can pull on the stitch and you can easily insert your hook into the stitch. So I have my, give me a second, I will show you properly. I will insert my hook first into this single crochet of the square I'm working on. I'm finishing the border, and I will follow the stitch marker and insert my hook into the finished square, and this square is left side facing me. Yarn over and pull through. 2 loops on your hook and yarn over, pull through 2 loops, finishing your single crochet. And now you have your first 2 squares joined in one place, and we will carry on finishing the side. So we will work single crochet into each of the next 5 double crochet, 4 and 5, then 2 single crochet into each of the next 2 double crochet, so as you would normally do, and then single crochet, 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 double crochet. So this is my 4th and last single crochet. And now we will be joining in our second point. And what we will need to do, this is where you have joined your first 2 sides. We will move those corners towards the middle of our square. So 2 corners, corresponding corners where you have started working your border, move it towards the middle, just like this. And then we will move those single crochets where you have stitch marker towards one another. So this is exactly how we are going to be joining. Let me just pick it up. I will insert my hook back into my loop, and I will insert the hook into the single crochet of the current square where I'm doing the border, and corresponding single crochet of the finished square. So I will be working single crochet using those 2 single crochet from the 3rd round. Yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And you can now carry on and work single crochet into each of the next 5 double crochet, then 2 single crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, and 5 single crochet into each of the next 5 double crochet, and finish off this side. We are not going to connect anymore, but this is your first connection. I'm sorry for my camera. This is your first connection done. Before we start joining the 3rd square, I will just quickly show you the points where you are going to connect the square. So where you have a square on your right hand side next to the previous join, you will need to press the corner towards the middle of the square, and you will have those 2 single crochet. One is on the right hand side and one will be just in the middle, and we will be just remember connecting to the square which is right now on the right hand side. So you will need to follow this single crochet to the square here. So let me just show you again how to connect it. So I have finished one corner, and I will now insert my hook into the single crochet, and I will need to insert the hook into the single crochet where we have pressed this side, this single crochet here. So not where you have 2 squares joined together, but this side here. And I will just again follow the stitch marker, and it is going to be very, very easy. Just follow the stitch marker, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. And now make a next corner, so single crochet into the next 5 double crochet. So I will now have 4 and 5. Then into each of the next 2 double crochet, 2 single crochet into each stitch, and then into each of the next 5 double crochet we will work 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and I reached my next single crochet. I will insert my hook into the single crochet, and again I will be working single crochet but through 2 single crochet. So where I have pressed this corner, I will need to find my single crochet which is marked by my stitch marker, and I will just insert the hook where I inserted previously my stitch marker, yarn over, pull through those 2 single crochet, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops to finish your single crochet. And now we can finish the side. So again, single crochet into each of the next 5 double crochet, and carry on finishing this border as normal. And this is what you are getting now. So those 3 squares are now connected. And when you finish connecting, you can take those stitch markers off from this middle square. So the square which is in the middle of your project, as we are not going to need them anymore. I will now show you how to connect your 4th square. So again, we will need to press a corner of the last square attached, and it is this square on your right hand side, and we will press this corner to the middle, going from the middle of our project, and we will connect working single crochet again through this loop, through the single crochet, and through the single crochet in the middle. And again, let me just move the camera. I have finished one side, one corner of my square, and I am just about to work single crochet. I will insert my hook into the single crochet, and I will first use this single crochet here, and then I will use this one in the middle. So let me just attach my yarn. So with this hook in the middle through this square, I am working the border, and then through this next single crochet where you have your stitch marker, and it's so easy because you have your stitch marker, you can just follow it. Yarn over, pull through, and work your single crochet. And we will now finish working the corner. So into each of the next 5 double crochet we will work 1 single crochet, 4 and 5. Into each of the next 2 double crochet, 2 single crochet into each stitch, 1 and 2, and into each of the next 5 double crochet we will work 1 single crochet into each stitch, 4 and 5, and I will have my next single crochet with a stitch marker. I will insert my hook into this stitch, and I will insert the hook into this corner or the middle single crochet where I have my stitch marker, and I will just again follow this stitch marker. Just make sure that you are connecting to the correct square, and work your single crochet. And from now on we can carry on finishing our border. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 single crochet, and carry on finishing your border. I'll again move my camera a little bit, and now you will have, after you finish this border, you will have 4 squares connected, and you will need to connect the 5th square, and I will show you exactly how to do it. I now have my 4 squares joined, and I will join the last 5th square, and I will move those 2 corners towards the middle of each square, and I will be joining using those spaces here. And what I'm going to do, I will start joining through this to this square on your right hand side, and this is where I will work single crochet through both single crochet, and I will work single crochet into this single crochet here. I then will slip stitch into this single crochet of this square, carry on of course working the corner, and then work single crochet here. And let me just show you how to do it. Let me just move the camera so you can see properly. Okay, I'm now just before the single crochet, so I will insert my hook into a single crochet, and I will insert the hook through the single crochet of this square on your right hand side, just following this stitch marker, and work single crochet through both single crochets of round 3. Then I will work the corner, so single crochet into each of the next 5 single crochet. Let me just move it, so 3, 4, and 5. Then 2 single crochet into each of the next 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, and single crochet into each of the next 5 double crochet. I need 2 more, and now I will work single crochet, and again I will work the single crochet through this single crochet here and the single crochet of this square on your right hand side to which one you have just joined your square. So I will insert my hook into this single crochet, just insert it, and I will insert my hook again following this stitch marker into this single crochet here, and I will work single crochet. Now, following the stitch marker, let me just move it again. Okay, following the stitch marker here on the square on your left hand side, so the first square you have done, I will slip stitch into the single crochet. So I am joining in this round 3 squares together. Just make sure that you can see. I will follow this stitch marker, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your hook, and try to make it as tight as possible. I will now carry on working this corner, just making sure that I do not skip the first double crochet. So double crochet, single crochet into first 5 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then 2 single crochet into each of the next 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, and single crochet into each of the next 5 double crochet, 4 and 5. And let me just make sure that you know where we are at. Just wait for camera to adjust itself. So I'm now at this corner here, and I will need to connect to this single crochet. So I will insert my hook into this single crochet of the current square I'm working on, and then the single crochet on the left hand side of this square, just following the stitch marker. Yarn over, pull through, and make single crochet. And now carry on finishing the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochet, and at the end, when you finish working the border here, you can weave in all your ends and take all the stitch markers out, and your project will be ready. Let me just make sure that you can see properly. And then at the end, what we will need to do is we will need to press nicely both corners so they are even and they look nice.